Well, anyone out there got a problem with a reduced engine coming up on their dash and just idles rough and got a lot of power loss? Just actually, I think it kind of idles around 1,000 RPM, can't do anything but just coast safely up the side of the road and figure out what's the problem. It's never left me stranded. All I have to do is just safely pull off, stop, shut the engine off, and then restart it. It's always come right back on. At worst, probably 1 to 2 times I'd have to do it and it'd run fine. But it's been doing it a lot more often. There's a couple things I did relatively cheap and easy to do before the mechanics wanted to charge an arm and a leg for what they thought it was. So here's the first thing I did. Did it because it's real simple to do, and it was only about $50. It's the gas pedal. There's 2 bolts, one right here, another one up here. Wiring harness. Take this one out, put the new one in. And I had a friend tell me that helped design these years ago, and there's a sensor in here, and what it looked like was like little contacts or a variable resistor with some fingers that sweep on there. It tells the position it is. I thought it took care of the problem with that. It could have been bad, I don't know. I got over 1,000 miles with no issues and started doing it again. It almost seemed like it was linked to temperature too, as the cold weather came in. Started doing it again. So the other side up under the hood on the throttle body, this is a throttle body position sensor. Same concept up under here. It's got those little fingers and things. So this one's a little bit more to do. I'd still recommend doing it. It's not hard. You got to take a few things off to get to the throttle body. Remove it. I had to drill 4 rivets they put in from the factory. So I just drilled the head of the rivets off and removed it. It came with 4 bolts to bolt back on. And that took care of the problem. Haven't had any trouble with it since. Actually, the throttle feels a little better. Not had any issues with it. And where that is right up here. Really wasn't bad to do. I'd really recommend doing it. If you have any kind of mechanical knowledge at all, just basic stuff. Remove the cover here. There's a bolt or a nut up on top. Remove this. Loosen up the hose clamp here. Another hose clamp here. Remove your air duct. There are 3 nuts, 2 on the top of the throttle body, 1 on the lower left side as you're looking at it. There's going to be 2 coolant lines running below the bottom of that. Careful with those. Don't do it when it's hot. It's got pressure, burning, whatever. Remove those. I kinked them over and taped them off. Took a clean bolt in one and shoved it and blocked it off. Pulled the whole assembly out after I took the hose clamp off, or the wiring harness. So when I got the new one put in, after drilling it, there's the bolts it came with. There's 1, 2, 3 right there. 4th is just out of sight. Cleaned the dirty carbon buildup out where the valve is while I had it out. Because that had an issue years ago where it just fall on its face at low RPM and damn near killed the engines because the carbon buildup was blocking the airflow at low RPM. So, but put that back in and had no trouble since. That took care of the problem of the reduced engine power. I'd really recommend doing those 2 things first before you have a mechanic charge a whole bunch for it. It's been a great truck. I've had it since 2004. It's an 03 2500 heavy duty. It's been a work truck, plow truck for all those years, 151,000 miles, and it's been great since. The engine is a workhorse on this thing. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.